My name is Andrew Nadeau with Trench Rat Customs, and today I'm going to be showing my next project. As you can see right now, I'm standing in my garage, which used to be my gun shop. Well, not really a gun shop, but this is where I used to do all my building. In August, I believe it was a grinder that failed, but it ended up burning most of my shop, well, all of my shop, as you can see. I've been spending months inventorying stuff, and it's been a nightmare. You can see I lost drill presses, all kinds of equipment, a lathe, and all kinds of stuff. So this is going to eventually be rebuilt into a pole barn, and then I'm going to have a nice shop. For now, I'm just renting a garage where I'm kind of doing my stuff. But this is the next project that I'm going to be working on. It's actually a project that I started probably 5 years ago and just kind of forgot about. And some of it was destroyed in the fire, some of it was not. So I'm going to try to redo it and bring this project back to life. It is a fire extinguisher, a brass fire extinguisher that I am turning in to a Gatling gun. And the cool thing about this is the barrel is in the center, and then each one of these tubes is going to, these are what rotate, so it looks like the Gatling gun, but it's actually going to, each one of these tubes, I'm going to make that, it's going to have like a Roman candle or something like that in it, and I'm actually going to have something where you can hit a button and or a switch or something, and it will actually fire Roman candles out as well as shooting that. This is the old frame that went for it. As you can see, it is burned like all of my stuff. There's been just bins and bins of just burnt plastic I've been going through, but it actually uses an old drill. You can kind of see the mechanism here. It uses an old drill handle. It's pretty rotted, like rusty and shit. I cut my hand, that's why that's on there. But it uses it like an old hand drill, and then it's hooked to, well, it will eventually be chain drive. And the chain runs a crank that is going to be, I don't know how well you can see it. The chain runs a crank that runs a 22 inside of here. So when you crank that, it'll turn the trigger as well as turn the mechanism for that. You can't really see it, but at the very end of it, there is a gear in there. So when you crank that, the chain cranks that. And then there's also going to be a piece that comes off the back here. I got to find the piece. You can see where this rotates too. So that is going to run the trigger. So when you crank it, it will fire. I'm going to try to get it so it fires 3 rounds or 4 rounds per revolution. I'm making a custom magazine for it, so it will have like 75 or 100 round mag. It should unload it pretty quick. And then, like I said, you'll be able to shoot Roman candles or something out of here too. So it should be a pretty fun project. It's kind of a steampunk Gatling gun. So that is my thing that I'm going to be working on next. So stay tuned for this. And thank you for following along. Again, Trench Rat Customs on Facebook or on YouTube, Trench Rat Customs. Like and subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content, and I got a lot of stuff planned for 2026. I think it's going to be a really good year.